Hey, Deborah, guess what time it is?
I think it's Thursday. I think it's time to take a breath. What do you
It,
think?
it is absolutely time to take a breath. Ladies, it is time to put your stuff down. It's time to go for a walk, but be sure and take us with you. So take your phone with you and you can hang out with us and listen. It is time just to breathe and just to take a moment and be grateful for what God has done instead of feeling like I am, which is like a smidge overwhelmed.
I was thinking, Wendy, we should do this sometime where we're taking a walk while we do this broadcast and show everybody kind of, our neighborhood.
That's a great idea. That's a great. Mine changes every couple of weeks right now until I get on the property, but I would love that. Ladies, if you think that'd be a great idea, you got to put it in the chat. Deborah and Niall, we might wait a few more weeks when it's not 100 degrees outside, but we'll definitely take you for a walk in our neighborhood. Well, Deborah, I missed last week, but boy, did I watch with Lorna. That was awesome. Was that not amazing, ladies?
Oh my goodness. She took my breath away. I am a broken woman. It was just so poignant. It was exactly on target. I think that's how many of us feel when we come to identity and destiny. I am a broken woman. And then to be put back together again and turn into this masterpiece that God created. She was outstanding. What a great guest that she was.
Well, and you know what? This isn't the last time they're going to get to see her.
No.
I know. So she's going to co-MC the International Business Plan competition this year.
I know she with me. Can you believe it? The two of
I
us
can.
together. I know it'll be a lot of fun. She is full of joy, of energy. She has enthusiasm. And Wendy, I know that we haven't talked about it much, but hopefully with God's plan in place, I'm going to be going to Kenya to help launch her center with Patrice. And she and I were talking about having a women's event so that the women of Kenya can
Yay.
gather at her center. Yeah, I'm very excited. And it's the first part of the expansion plan that is really coming alive. So I'm really hoping that God has everything in place and that this is in His will to do. So, ladies, if you can be praying about that, I have a keen desire to return to Kenya and to visit again with the friends that we have there. Help to launch your center, and Patrice and I are going to do a live 1 week trainer certification class.
Woo!
So
Talk
if
about
I know,
fire hose.
So anyone who is there in Kenya, if you're listening in and you've always wanted to be a trainer and join the team, be sure you talk to Frank. We're taking registrations and getting ready. So be sure you talk to him.
Well, Deborah, this brings us to our topic today.
Yes.
Can you? I can't even. I just can't even believe it. Our Nehemiah Week 2021 starts in like 4 days. I'm sure our tech team did not want to hear that 4 days. I could see our tech guy in the background. He's shaking his head going, no, I did not want to be reminded that it's in 4 days, but it is 4 days away. And I thought, what better opportunity than for us to really kind of reflect on what we've got next week and what most of the people who are listening to us don't even, first of all, they may not even know Nehemiah Week is happening or really what to expect. So now, Deborah, I'm going to let you start off with Monday because I know Monday is one of your favorite days of the entire week.
It is. Yeah, it is a favorite day. And the reason why, when we were doing Nehemiah Week in person, when we were all gathering in a particular city to kick off, we would gather together on a tour bus and we would go to visit kingdom businesses. We would look to see in that community what was happening, how was God reflected in the marketplace every day, a day-to-day operation. Now, we've seen some tremendous places all the way from blueberry farms in Orlando. We have seen insurance company and more in Washington, D.C., just to name a few. So now we're doing virtual tours, which is even better because now we get to go around the world.
I know, I know.
And so this year, every region is going to provide a video of a kingdom business. So what that means is that from North America, Wendy, you've showcased a kingdom business that you're going to present. I'm not going to don't tell me who it is because I think it should be a surprise.
It should be a surprise, but I will tell you it's on the West Coast this year.
Ooh, even better. I love that.
Right? Somewhere in your neck of the woods, maybe.
Somewhere I might recognize. So that'd be great. And then we'll be going to Asia Pacific. So we're going to be choosing POSIM saw the regional director has chosen a business from Asia Pacific to showcase with us. Africa has their business that they're going to be showcasing. Europe will have a business they're showcasing, and Latin America, Mexico will have a business that they're showcasing. What a better way to see God's hand at work in the marketplace, in the workplace, using kingdom principles for businesses that are thriving and walking out where we can draw inspiration and encouragement. Ooh, I don't know. I got to get my popcorn ready because I'm going to feel like I'm on the bus tour. That's how I feel.
I know, but it's not quite as hot.
That is true. Well, I don't know. In Oregon, it might be, but
right?
It is. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And so, if you're out here listening to us, you want to know, what does this really mean? This biblical entrepreneurship works. This is the way you can see it through these kingdom business tours.
Well, and a lot of entrepreneurs, I just had an opportunity to spend a weekend at our 3-day intensive in Tampa, and sitting in a room with 55 entrepreneurs who really want to make an impact in the marketplace. And now we get an opportunity to see what that looks like. I love the virtual videos and the virtual tours. I know that the bus tour was great because everybody kind of really got to spend time together. But these video tours are really amazing. But I am really excited. Also on Monday, Anna Marie Lowry, which you guys have seen on the show here and part of this, some of you may have attended some of her classes, but she's going to talk about the Hispanic Initiative in North America. And I am so excited about that piece. We get an opportunity this year. We really launched that initiative, and Anna Maria and her team are really, really just going gangbusters with that. But there's just an entire community that we're able to reach now. So, gosh, we get to hear about Anna Maria and what's going on. Monday's going to be awesome.
It is. It's going to be fun. So we're going to give you an opportunity, tell you how to register at the end. So stick with us so that you can figure out, once you hear all the things that are happening and you want to be a part of this. So how do you do that? You know what else, Wendy, is that we have an online forum that's going on where people can connect and share experiences and answer questions, where you can get even more information about the event for those who are registered. So we've got a lot packed into this week.
That's great that you mentioned that, because when we went virtual, this whole virtual conference thing, last year we started it and I thought, oh, this is going to be awful, right? We all thought, oh, we're going to miss hanging out together and we can't sit and have coffee and connect. I'm going to tell you, our tech team's pretty brilliant. The way they did not miss an opportunity for us to do that. We're going to have breakout rooms and opportunities where we can connect, but the forums, how we can talk back and forth and connect. I'm pretty, I can only meet so many people in the room, right? When you're live. So this is really a great opportunity for me to really meet everybody in the room. So I'm loving that part. But let's go to Tuesday. Oh my stars! Now, if you think Monday was going to be awesome, because I know Monday the business tour is pretty special to you.
It is. It is.
Tuesday, our very own Susan Schramm is going to be speaking. Now, this year, our theme is thriving in the midst of crisis because that's what we do, right? We're God's children. He wants abundance for us, and he's our rock, right? But sometimes in business, this struggle, this challenge, and we got to figure out how do we move through that. Well, she's going to be talking about the risk worth taking. How awesome is that?
It is. She has such a positive message for all of us. It's encouraging and it's motivating. We want to pluck up our courage. We want to move on out and we want to take advantage of every opportunity. I know she's going to just move me to get started on something.
Oh, absolutely. I've taken her de-risking course, and wow, talk about thinking through the challenges and looking at things differently. It has had an impact on how I've grown our region here. But I think too, she's our MC, so we get to hear from her the whole week. So that's pretty awesome. But she's a result of what we do. She was first a biblical entrepreneur, then she took identity and destiny. She became a donor. She reaches back and helps us offer opportunities and investment. Then she joined us on our board. This is a lady who's just really walking the talk, but she's going to be awesome. We've got another very, very special guest on Tuesday for our Identity and Destiny fans who have gone through our program. You want to be there Tuesday. Pam Wolf will be joining us and speaking about your identity and how knowing your identity is going to help you thrive in business. And I don't know, Deborah, we've been screaming about that for over a year now, haven't we?
We have, but I'm so excited for Pam to be here. She is an inspiration, and both her and Tom. And I just think about the work that they've done and how it's impacted so many people around the world. And if you have been a student and you've graduated or are taking the Identity and Destiny, this is one class. This is one meeting that you want to make sure that you are a part of.
Well, and it's not even going to end there. I was looking at our agenda. I was sneaking a peek, if you know what I mean. And I saw we have Identity and Destiny breakout sessions after that. So we're going to actually get to just kind of unpack some of that and maybe learn a little bit more. So it's going to be interesting to see and just hear her heart. I've listened to her speak quite a few times, and I'm always inspired and learn stuff. So this is a first for me. Now I know he's spoken for us before, and you may have seen him, but Brent Owens is going to be speaking on Tuesday about the journey from crisis to thriving. So we've been talking about how to thrive through crisis, right? He's going to talk about how to the journey from the crisis to thriving. What does that look like? And he's an investor. They have their investment firm. He's got just an amazing man of God, and what him and Mick do there in Kokomo, Indiana, and all the lives that they touch. This should be a pretty good one too. I'm looking forward to what he has to share.
And they know the story, they've lived it. And so it's just going to come straight from their own experience. This isn't theory. This is their own experience and being able to share that journey. It's going to be exciting. Okay, yeah. Wendy, can I just say this?
Yes, you can.
Art Alley.
I know.
From Art Alley, that was one time on our board member and the Timothy Plan leader, Thriving While Investing with Purpose. Inspirational, on target, a call for us to live out our values. You don't want to miss Art Alley.
No, you don't. And you know what? The Timothy Plan, I can't wait for you to hear what they do there at the Timothy Plan. And it's one of those things, I never thought about making sure that those companies I invest in share my values. And how if they don't, I'm giving them money to continue to do not good things, right? It's
Right.
fabulous. It should be amazing. Well, we are halfway through our podcast and we haven't even gotten halfway through the week of Nehemiah. So if you want to know why it's going to be so action packed, this is it. Just imagine when we used to do this live, right? By Wednesday, we were pretty exhausted. But on Wednesday,
Yeah, this
Dr.
is oh, I'm sorry. This is an emphasis on coaching on Wednesday. So Tuesday was about training. Wednesday's about coaching. So go ahead, Wendy.
Well, Dr. Shelbert Stewart is going to be talking about leveraging pivoting strategies. And this I'll be glad when we get to 2022 and we don't have to talk about 2020 anymore. But 2020 was kind of a challenge, and those businesses who knew how to pivot, right, are the ones who are thriving today. Those who were able to pivot quickly had prepared for that. And she's going to talk about that. I hear she's amazing. I have not had an opportunity to hear her speak, so I am looking forward to her speaking on Wednesday.
Exactly. And then following her, we have Andy Mason talking about thriving and finding hope. It is so important. That hope thing is what keeps us going, isn't it? It's that
Yeah.
thing that's standing out there that we continue to have faith in and reach for. And we know this. I can't wait to hear this message either, and how it's going to inspire me to have greater faith and greater hope.
You know what I'm going to have to do, Deborah? I think you may have to too. I think we need to go and get us a new journal for this weekend because we're going to fill it completely up with notes.
I'm already ahead of you. I'm sorry.
No, of course you are. Of course you are. I'm going to have to make a stop and get me a new journal, maybe an 8.5 by 11. I'm going to take so many notes this week. And ladies, those of you who are listening, that Deborah and I are not going to say take notes and then put the book away. You got to put action behind your notes. So if you're going to take notes, you need to put some action. We're going to talk about that later on. But another really inspirational story that's going to happen on Wednesday is Tom Mears and Jennifer Mears are going to be speaking and talking about their journey. Those of you who've read the book Serve with Love, who may have taken the Serve with Love course, they're gonna be there and share some of their story. And I just love Tom Mears and Jennifer Mears. They are so amazing. They are truly kingdom entrepreneurs. These are people who walk out their faith every single day, even in the midst of crisis. And I know that they have really suffered over the last couple of years with some arrows being thrown at them and some struggles. But I've never met such generous, kind people in the middle of crazy. They are still so kind.
They are. And, I just was last night on our local news was more information, more things that they're going through with their restaurants. And so, we could all take a page out of their book about serving with love and keeping that foremost in mind. Well, Wendy, we got to move on because we're going to have it.
I know. Well, we can't forget Shay Bynes on Wednesday. We just can't forget Shay because she spoke last year. If those of you who attended last year, she was amazing. She was one of my favorites from last year. And this year, are you ready for this? She's going to be talking about thriving in grace in the grind. I can feel that one. Can you? She should be rocking that. But okay. I'm going to talk about Thursday. Thursdays is one of my favorite days. Thursdays is our investors forum where we have businesses pitch. So it's kind of like a Shark Tank, but I like to call it maybe a little more guppy tank because it's not quite as mean as the TV show Shark Tank, but it's on Christian entrepreneurs who present their business. We have investors there who give them feedback, and a lot of them get investment capital out of presenting. So it's going to be really, really amazing.
It is. We've got 3 really good investors that are going to be pitching. One from Madagascar, one from Kenya, and the third one is, I got to think about who that is. Pastor Gabriel out of the Democratic Republic of Congo with his school. And so this is going to be exciting to see and give opportunity to really put our capital to work in kingdom businesses.
Okay, you've got to tell them about your very, very favorite.
Okay, my very, very favorite, the
Very
International
favorite.
Business Planning Competition. This is on Friday. It's if you can't attend anything else, Friday is a free event. And you can come and support. We have 4 terrific entrepreneurs, biblical entrepreneurs, who've gone through BE this year. They're representing North America, Francine Wilson. Tremendous woman. She has a financial education for women. You don't want to miss her presentation. We have from Asia Pacific, Pastor Stephen Harris, who has a wonderful ministry that helps the poorest of the poor in India and in Papua New Guinea. We have from Kenya, Rena Hicks, who talks about financial responsibility and how to invest wisely. And from Europe, we have Denitsa from Bulgaria, and she's talking about creating a children's playground that can give the students, young people, a place to exercise and be outdoors and have freedom. And that gives opportunity for mothers at home or working mothers an opportunity to spend quality time with their children. And Wendy, we know that these are all things that touch hearts of families.
Oh, yeah.
For parents, for mothers as well. So these 4 entrepreneurs are vying for the prize of number 1. They'll receive $5,000 to get the terrific trophy. They'll come back next year to compete. And we will be hearing last year's competitor, Nina Mutegi, Lorna's sister, who was last year's winner. She's going to give us an update about what's happening in her business over the year. Now, we have a People's Choice Award. So not only the judges, but we have People's Choice. So if you're registered and online through Zoom, you get to vote. And your vote counts for an additional $1,000 prize to the winner. So it may be different than the judges, but you have a chance to tell us who you think was best.
Well, and of course, I'm rooting for North America, right? In case anybody was wondering, I'm rooting for Francine to see her win and bring home the trophy to North America. But you know what? I would not want to be those judges. And listen, I told Deborah years ago, don't ever ask me to be a judge. That is too hard.
It is very hard, and they take it very seriously. We have 3 judges that come from the community, that from business as well as from government or from education, church, depending on who their sector. And they take this very seriously. And they ask difficult questions of our entrepreneurs that they have to be able to answer. So this is a way, no matter where your heart is, this is a way to root for kingdom businesses. Absolutely. This is a way for you to support kingdom businesses. Be there, give them encouragement, and then, vote. It's friendly competition. We all want everyone to win, but this is what we believe in, Wendy. We don't compete, we complete. And I don't know if you noticed in the walkthrough, they were sending each other encouraging messages. They were like, wow, that is a really great business. I can't believe it. I love your statistics. I mean, they were doing a lot of really great communication back and forth.
Well, an alerted little birdie named Francine told me that Kenya's competitor, what's her name?
Rena.
I wanted to say Tina, and it wasn't Tina. Rena has already reached out to her. They're like, okay, how do we do business together? That's what this is about. They're like, let's partner because you want to work with the women. I work in Kenya, and this is that's what happens. That's what happens at these events. People come together. And exactly. I'm just so excited. Well, we're coming down to the end today. And believe it or not, it's the end of the week. Saturday, our final event. Now, a couple things happen on Saturday. Number 1, we find out who takes home the trophy for the International Business Plan. They make us wait. I know they make us wait a whole 24 hours before they tell us who is going to represent Nehemiah for this year. But Deborah, Saturday is another free event. So if you don't come for any other time, do come for Saturday, because this is the state of the ministry. This is where we are going to share where we are, where we're going, and how, and come alongside of us. We usually, when we do this live, this is our big banquet. It's our big fundraiser for the year. I'm praying that entrepreneurs will be encouraged to help us build our scholarship funds and build our investment fund, that we can invest in these businesses over the course of the next year. So join us. Friday is free. Saturday is free. Come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You're going to learn so much. But more than that, you get to build your community and connect with other entrepreneurs who are thriving through the midst of crisis. And
oh, sorry, Wendy.
No, go.
I
get so excited. I know. I get it.
Well, you may be in a community, or you may know people who say English is not their first language. And so we do have translation available, Wendy. I think it's so important. So whether you speak French, Spanish, or even Mandarin, we will have translators available that can help you hear the same messages there. And in fact, our producer, Victor, is going to be, helps with translation in French. And so we don't want anyone to be excluded because they may not speak English. So if you don't, or your family member or a friend, you want them to participate, let them know that they can. We will help them with translation.
Absolutely. Well, I wanna give a special offer today. This conference is $399 is what the conference costs. Deborah, our women have been so faithful to us, and those who are on YouTube and on the various platforms, they have been so faithful and have just honored us by listening to us every week and supporting us and sending us their love. Okay, Victor, I didn't tell you this beforehand, so I might get in trouble, ladies, because I'm giving him a last minute thing. But I would like to offer, if you'll register in the next day or two, max, $99 to be able to attend the conference for $99. So, Victor, if you can give them the link, if you can give them the code to register for the $99, I would really appreciate throwing that in the chat box for them. So Victor's going to scramble to find the code and put that in the chat box for you. But that's how important I believe this event is for the entrepreneurs as they are going forward. And I just want to say thank you, ladies, for your support. Deborah and I are coming pretty close to this podcast is 1 year old. I mean, we've got a couple more months and we're going to hit our 1 year anniversary. Our heart is to serve you. And I believe attending Nehemiah Week is going to really give you a journal full of great information that you can take back to your business and really just grow. You know what, Victor? I think I may even have that information close at hand as well. So let me see if I can't help you out there.
While you're doing that, let me just say this, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Okay, so while you guys sort that out, so let me just say next week, you may think, well, it's Nehemiah Week. Where's Wendy and Deb? We're going to be back, and we have a special guest that you won't want to miss, and that's Janae Willis-Beard. Now, I know she was on not too long ago with talking about couples in business, but next week we're going to be talking about interns filling the workplace with staff and employees, and how do we do that, interns and so forth. So you won't want to miss that discussion. Be with us next Thursday. We will be back.
Well,
did you find it, Wendy?
Well, I can't believe it's already there, right? It is. I'm so excited, and so we're still working on getting that discount code for you. We'll get that in there. So if we don't get it in before we jump off. Please just watch the chat. We'll get it in there for you. It's my fault because I dropped the surprise on Victor. He's usually got it all together, but we'll get it in there for you.
Or just
Ladies,
email us. Email either one of us.
That's right. I'll make sure you get that because you don't want to miss this. So thank you guys so much. Well, Deborah, we have to sign off.
We do have to sign off. It just seemed like we got started. So you can see how excited we are. Come and join the excitement and the thrill. Join us for devotions and worship music next week, as well as great speakers. And in the meanwhile, look to the Lord and his strength. Seek his face always. 1 Chronicles 16:11. Thank you, ladies. We love you. Have a great week.